Sabak with the Misfits, episode 10. Big number. Alright. You guys know the routine. We're going to get everybody in here. Start talking about today's topics. Got Golden Trooper. We got Dark Star. He's back. And we got Mando who reads, who may be showing up here shortly. I think we're in the wrong.
Wait.
I think we're in the wrong universe.
Got me.
Oh shit! All right, sorry about that.
What's
Hey,
going
that
on,
actually
everybody?
premiered today, right?
Good to see everyone.
What's up, guys?
Living the dream.
Yes. What's everybody been up to?
Hell. As always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike has
Life.
to run home right after work and jump on this live, so
Literally.
he's got a busy life.
Right.
I don't drive. I just sprint to and from work. It's an adventure.
Well, all our viewers should really appreciate Mike's effort.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Yes.
I try.
What about you, Darkstar? What have you been up to?
Nothing much, man. Got a new job coming up. Just rearing up for celebration, man. Like,
Yes, sir. What about you, George? Golden?
Oh man, just been working, bro. Working, and coming home and trying to, just unwind, but it's just
Yeah.
hard, man. It's hard. Life is tough, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely look forward to this every week, though. This is kind of like the escape
Right.
from reality,
Yeah.
amongst other little things, but this is always a good get-together, especially with the viewers and stuff, or whoever's in here. I mean, we get to chat with them stuff, so it's exciting. So, yeah, we're going to start off with some news. Chris has some exciting news for us.
skipped last week, so this is old news, but still new news on this show. We got Christopher Lloyd cast in season 3 of Mando,
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah,
Right.
Any thoughts?
I don't know. Like, is he going to be a long-lost, like, boyfriend of, what's her name? Like, what is...
Kelly Motto?
Yeah.
Ex-husband or something? Like, that was my thought, because they both play like quirky characters. Like,
Yeah. He
Right.
could definitely like flare out his hair a little bit and make it look all crazy and something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I saw someone say something about that he has something to do with Dr. Pershing, because we haven't seen him in a while. Maybe his
Ooh.
Oh man, he would be perfect as an elder type of scientist,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Running the whole lab.
I
Just
can
to
see
see him in a scientist getup again would be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, especially if it's Star Wars. Like, with
Right.
that
Oh yeah.
rolled up too, that would be perfect. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but,
What else you got?
today we actually had some news. Star Wars Celebration news. Finally got some guests announced. We got Anthony Daniels, as always.
Classic.
Yeah, he's a staple, right?
Yeah,
Right.
can't do Celebration without it. Got Ashley Eckstein. She's always there. Awesome person. And Ian McDermott, as
Ooh.
first pre-announced.
That's a good one.
Phelps himself is going to be there. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
He's getting up on there in age. You gotta,
Oh yeah,
you
dude.
gotta try to run him down while you're there.
Yeah.
It's wild how long he's been doing Star Wars too. He's one of those ones where you don't really think that he's been doing it that long, just because he was a voice for a little bit, but he's been in it for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I really hadn't realized that he was the Emperor in the original trilogy. It's
Right.
like he looks older with the makeup in the original trilogy than he did in the prequel.
Right.
Yep.
Reverse Benjamin Button stuff.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if you are anywhere near Disney World, Batu, East or West, you can buy Cal Kestis's lightsaber.
Right.
That's exciting. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that probably will be one of the ones I actually will pick up. Fortunately, I missed out on Ben's, but
Have they
And-
announced anything? 'Cause I saw that the end of it is like the frayed wiring. Have they announced anything? Kind of like the mall, how you could
Yeah.
connect it.
Yep,
They're
you
gonna
can.
do that too.
Just for an extra Saber price, but yeah.
But,
So you're probably looking at
Yeah,
about
that would be
$500.
right.
right, you got to get two of them.
You got to get the blades. You got to get it
Right.
all.
I don't care about
Yeah.
AIDS, man. Like,
No, I know, but if you want them, I mean, those are like $50 a pop for themselves.
The only good thing about the blades is that if you already have sabers, the
Mhm.
blades are interchangeable. It's not like you have to buy a bunch of blades.
I mean, well, like, would the blades that I have, like from like my Kyberlite ones, would those fit?
No, they're different. They have like a different guide and stuff that goes down, and like locking mechanism and all that fun stuff. Even with like the Black Series.
LEDs and the is it true the LEDs are in the blade?
I believe they are.
Oh,
I'm not sure though. You know what?
Right,
I
right.
don't know. Maybe
That's
because there's
that's
a
how
metal
it does
connector.
the
Yeah.
like Chris, like you just said. That's how it does that action of like appearing to extend and detract.
Yeah, because there are metal connectors.
Not like
in
this.
there,
Like this
an
is in
electrical.
hilt. This
Yeah.
is in hilt, so the whole blade will light up at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'd be exciting. I mean, hopefully it doesn't sell out super quick and
Oh, you know
it's
it.
hard to replenish. Well, yeah, but I just hope that they have a bunch on hand. 'Cause that's
With that vote though that they did, like what was it early this year or something like that? I was kind of hoping for the Corvus one. I love the look of that one.
yeah.
That would look cool. Kestis one is amazing, but that Corvus one just looked so, I don't know, unique. I just love anything unique, you know.
Yeah. And then who was the other one that they were trying to like in the poll? It was that Kanan?
Yeah, I think Kanan. No,
Right, it was
Kanan
Kanan.
Saber was in there.
And that-
Ezra's older
With that, and I think it comes apart, right?
one.
Just
I
like,
believe so.
Yeah.
They need to get like a Qui-Gon
Right.
saber.
Mhm.
I haven't seen anybody put one of those out. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Right, that'd be cool.
I'll
I like Qui-Gon's simple.
Simple, yeah. It's just
Great, yeah.
Nice.
smooth.
That's someone broke down Ezra's saber at the end of Rebels, and how like it was one of the best sabers because it incorporated New Age designs with like the Qui-Gon styled body.
Mhm.
So it was kind of like one of those legacy styled things, which I thought was awesome.
Mhm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was a blaster. Can't
Right.
beat that.
Yeah, like what is? When I first saw that, I'm like, is this real? Like what?
Right.
But whatever. And yeah,
Hey, it works.
extra attack.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What else you got, Chris?
We got George and Kathleen Kennedy got the PGA Milestone Award.
All right.
I forgot what PGA is called.
But hey, it's an award. They both got it.
Right.
Congrats.
Was that the Pro Golf Association? What-
Yeah, pro golf.
That's what I thought.
Congrats to them on their PGA Tour
Right.
trophy.
Wasn't there a picture circulating of them at the award ceremony with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and I
Dave,
think Dave Filoni and John Favreau was at the same table.
yeah,
Yeah.
Different eras. It's pretty cool.
Right?
that's
Yeah.
Imagine the talk. I mean, they probably didn't like talk about like maybe they
shop.
did about work, but I don't know. I feel like that would kind of get into like a pissing contest of like who did it better and stuff. So they just keep it
Yeah.
humble and I don't know.
But I think if George Lucas would get along with anybody, it would be John Favreau and Dave
Oh,
Filoni.
definitely.
I mean, Dave Filoni was like a kid to him, right? Like he was.
Right.
You got anything else for news, or is that everything?
if you're in the East Coast area, up in Northeast rather, up in New York City, starting, I forget what the date it was. I think it's
I think it started already.
no, it didn't start yet. Tickets went on sale today. They're doing a
All right.
first exhibit with over 600 life-size props from fans around the world. Now, mind you, this isn't like screen use stuff, but like if you know like 501st type things, they are accurate as hell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish I lived closer.
I was thinking. I think it starts. It's like the first week of April or whatever. But tickets went on sale today.
right,
Yeah.
and you
I'll
and
be
George are
going
going,
there.
right? You guys gonna
Oh,
make the
yeah.
trip up there?
Yep.
I mean, that's like right around the corner for you, right, Golden?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm just
Yeah,
waiting for
man, I'm
Chris.
so jealous.
You tell me when you're coming. I'll get the ticket for the same day.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Got one more little goofy thing that's actually like me sort of news. I am involved with a right now it's pre-production untitled Darth Maul fan film.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Really?
Guys posted on that. I had a meeting with the director last week, so it's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Nice.
That's awesome because I love there was a Darth Maul fan film that came out years back that won like some fan film award, and it was fantastic.
Was
Yeah,
that the one that were in the forest?
Yeah. In the
That one
forest
was
with
awesome.
Jedi.
Yeah, I remember
That
that.
was awesome.
I mean, the effects,
That's
everything
great.
were well done.
Yeah.
In that. Yeah.
Right.
he was over. He showed me a couple of YouTube videos of like these other films, and he's just like, "You see this? We can do all of this." Like,
Right.
I'm in.
It's
Yeah.
funny you're talking about fan films. The guy that just joined TK1752, I don't know if he's still in here or not, but he was in one of those fan films. He was a fill-in for a TK, and
Really?
I forget the if you're in here, tell me the name of it because it looked awesome. But yeah,
There's
man,
been some amazing fan films that have come out where I'm like, man, why aren't these people getting recruited for some sort of brainstorm and stuff? Like that's awesome.
seriously,
I
a
think-
low-budget movie or something.
I think
Scorekeeper, that's the name of it. Check that out.
Scorekeeper. Okay.
Scorekeeper. I think the last time they did the fan film thing, whoever won actually did get an internship at.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
man.
pretty awesome.
Well,
that's where.
was it? Isn't the guy that's doing the deep fakes for Lucasfilm now? He was.
Right.
YouTuber, right?
Like
Yeah, he was like a YouTuber. So.
Can you imagine getting that call, like
yeah.
from Lucasfilms or whatever? Or,
I had to think it was
oh
a
my,
joke.
Disney.
Mhm.
To me.
Creative Force Films is who made that fan film, Scorekeeper. So check that out if you're watching.
Yeah.
It's great. We'll have a misfit in a fan film.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's-
Bring your Psycho helmet and run through there real quick, like when you're in the middle of filming, just in the background.
Yeah, just bonk Maul on the top of the head and start running.
You got anything else in news? That it?
News today.
All right. So, one of our topics today is going to be talking about legend characters. I am relying heavily on Mando Who Reads and Golden and Darkstar because I know names and stuff, but I don't know backstories. But I mean, Mando Who Reads is like an encyclopedia of all the books, so he's going to be able to give us everything. We're going to talk about our favorite characters from Legends and some that have made it into canon, those that we wish that made it into canon that have not yet. But yeah, so who wants to start? Golden, you want to give your top, and then we'll just kind of
Let's
roll
see.
around the room?
My top book. And this was an event, and you guys everybody knows about this. It had to be Shadows of the Empire.
No.
That is my top like story that came out of Legends. What was it? Mid 90s, I believe, mid to late 90s.
Kind of like
Kind of at the tail end of the whole Legends era.
I got that one framed.
because-
I don't know if you could see that.
Yes.
The effect.
Shadows of the Empire.
I just love the cover art of that one. I have that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I've got the hardback from years back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
got the cards.
that.
Oh, the cards. Damn. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
that-
I'm going to step away for a second. Let me see if I can find something. Keep talking. You're good.
Yeah, that was a multimedia phenomenon when
It
it
was.
came out. I mean, you had the book, you had a toy line, video games, cards,
Boy.
comic books, right? I had some of those toys. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
Dash Rendar and the Outrider. Come on,
And wasn't Prince Zizor one of the main characters
Yep.
too?
and-
Prince
I'm
Chizor.
pretty sure I've got one of his little toy figures still. I mean,
Yeah. Prince Shizor was a great
Yeah.
character, and
Yes.
we're talking about legends, right? Now, Prince Shizor was the head of the Black Sun crime syndicate,
Right.
and that was the first appearance, well, not appearance, but the first mention of the Black Sun crime syndicate.
Right.
This was before Clone Wars made it canon, right? So you have some elements of that story that did make it into canon,
Right.
but the story itself was, and it was set in a timeline that we don't typically see. You know, it was between Empire and Return of the Jedi. Han Solo's frozen in carbonite, and you know the heroes are kind of still reeling from the defeat in Empire, and you know, kind of getting back together. Luke is still kind of learning how to, you know, adapt in this new
Right.
world with these new revelations. And yeah, it was great. You know, you got Leia, you know, kind of reeling from the loss of Han, them trying to get him back. Then you get all the bounty hunters making appearances, right? You got Boba
Right.
Fett. That was a fantastic story.
It really was.
And then the video game just expanded on it because you actually played as Dash Rendar.
Hell yeah.
So we didn't have Han Solo, but he was like the stand-in.
Right.
I saw something like, didn't he have like an attachment gun thing like on his back, like fucking
Yeah,
Yep.
Bill Burr in the thing, like
just like, and I'm pretty sure that's where they got the inspiration from.
yeah.
Right.
So the wife and I were one day. She was at what is the name of that place? It's a secondhand clothing place, Plato's Closet. And I was just walking around looking. They had a shelf behind the counter with like their expensive resale shoes and all that stuff. And I look, I'm like, something says Star Wars up there. I'm like, what is that? So I was I walked over there, and I got this for $4 at Plato's Closet, and it's a Star Wars Topps Master Visions, which is a bunch of cover arts for different comics. I know there's the ring light in the back, but I don't know if you
That's
can
the
see.
Dark Empire.
Yeah, you got Dark Horse, Dark Empire cover art. I mean, you got Splinter of the Minds. You got Jedi Dark Lords of the Sith cover art. I mean, it's just like all these cool little things. I don't know what the hell I'm ever going to do with this because, I mean, that's a lot of frames if I'm going to frame it, but there's a stack of them. That's a cool little find that I got a little while ago. But
Right. Great art. Right. Great. Man,
that's the thing,
that
too,
Dark
is like
Empire series.
I like frame different comics and stuff, the ones that I kind of like the cover art on. Like, I mean, this one is kind of, I mean, it's Star Wars, so it's exciting, but you got Star Wars Shattered Empire, but I just like just the cover art is just amazing on it. So I just frame these up and hang them up everywhere. But
Got two up.
What
Got an
was Drew Struzan the artist of the Dark Empire covers? It kind of had had a Star Wars poster feel, right? I don't recall. I have to look that up.
I got some like the original Marvel ones back there that I just like the Empire Strike Back one with the Stormtroopers and all that. It's some cool stuff. But yeah, back to Legends. So, what was yours? Who's your favorite character, George?
Well, in that particular book, Shadows of the Empire, I really enjoyed Prince Shizor's character. A really charismatic villain. I mean, he almost got Princess Leia, right? But then again, he did kind of secrete these what was it, like pheromones or something so he was kind of like almost like a vampire in that sense, right? Like he she couldn't resist him, but no, he was a great villain. Dash Rendar was the perfect stand-in for Han Solo since he was missing in that book.
Well, I love they brought their species back into the I can't think of the crime organization off the top of my head right now. But in Clone Wars, they brought him back. I mean, that was awesome to see them come back
Right.
to canon.
Well, he was Faline, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Faline.
So what about you, Chris? Who's your favorite legend character that you would like to see? Well, we'll go back to that part. Just your favorite legend character.
All right, don't let all this fool you. I'm in your boat.
But
I don't know shit about legends.
but you know the characters and stuff. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't know the back. You're like me. We know some of the characters, just don't know the back stories.
Let me think. My favorite legends characters, Kylo Ren, Rey. I think Post. Shit, dude. From like what little I remember, I love this Luke, where he just kind of like goes dark
Right.
second and shit.
Dark Empire. Yeah, Dark Empire, Luke.
Of course, Thrawn. I mean, Dash Rendar, obviously, but like other than that, like I'm just like you'll have to mention stuff. I mean, like you got like what's his name? Darth Nihilus eating planets and shit.
Yeah. I don't think he'll ever make it to canon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's a badass character.
Right.
Of course, Revan. Like we're definitely
yeah.
want to see him come around, but
Yeah.
other than that, I don't really know.
What about you, Mando? Who reads? What you
Oh
got?
God, I got lists and lists.
I know. You just start pulling down the helmets and masks.
I know.
All right, everybody, buckle up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a long show.
No, so my favorite Legends character that I can't really say is Legends anymore was Thrawn. I mean, his character was portrayed so amazing by Timothy Zahn that I mean I've read those Heir of the Empire books I don't know how many times. But strictly Legends, I'd have to say two of them. So Revan is by far one of my favorites. Right. Well, like I just remember playing the video game as a kid and like the part where obvious spoiler alerts if you 20 years not into it. But like when you find out that you're Revan, like it blew my mind playing that character. I mean, it was like, oh my God, just the way they built his character. And then the book, so they have the one that continued it where like he ends up like getting captured by the Eternal Emperor and like spends like hundreds of years in like stasis and fight. I mean, his character to me was the embodiment of both like dark and light, not in the gray sense, but like he did the bad, he did the good, and like he could do like in between. It was just great character.
Yeah.
So I'd say Revan is by far one of my top. I would love to see Revan become canon. I mean, I think that would be, and he kind of did.
Well,
so
I
it's
think
kind
it's
of
gonna
mentioned, right?
say it again?
Is he mentioned or like in the carvings in the
Yeah. So they had
the
like,
Rise of Skywalker?
They technically had two mentions. The first was in the what was the middle one? The Last Jedi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Last Jedi, Luke has in the deleted scenes, he has a pendant, and it has a Kyber crystal in it, and it says Jedi Crusader crystal, and like Revan was really the only Jedi Crusader that was labeled in Legends. And then on top of that, in the Rise of Skywalker, the Sith detachments, the like Sith troopers, they labeled them after Sith lords, and one of them was the Revan detachment.
Right.
And so that's like all that's been mentioned. There was a relief, like a carved like stone relief that was like unreleased concept art or whatever. But it had, I even think it had Millis in it, to be honest. But it had like all these Sith Lord legacy like drawings into it, and Revan was one of them. So that was kind of cool to see. So Revan would be one that I think would be great to have.
It's only a matter of time. They got to do that for a fan service for sure.
Well,
I mean,
they got the remake coming out, so we'll see what they do with that. I mean, the remake, because my understanding is it's not a remastered version; it's a complete remake of Revan. So, I mean, that remake could be a canon remake that they do, which would be because that's like a whole era that they haven't touched on yet. I think that would be just amazing to hit. And they can to whatever theme.
And that would wouldn't that technically be before the High Republic era?
Yeah. It was years.
So if they remake it, they can easily make it canon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that one, and then probably my last one, not to pick like $1.5 million. But I love Jason's solo story. His
Yeah.
story was amazing. Him and Jaina's were my favorite in terms of reading the books. Just because of his same thing. He had the whole Revan thing going where he was like this Jedi that like went forever and had all these crazy force powers to rival Luke. And then he also went Sith, but like the details you find out, I mean, it was just, I loved his character, especially the brother-sister duality between Jaina and Jason, and then all of that was great. So those really, I mean, I've got 1 million of them, but those are my top tier.
I definitely feel
But
like Revan's on top of everybody's list for sure. Hey, Bausch, babe.
It's like one of those fan favorites, because didn't his game make like Game of the Year for like a couple of years, I think?
Oh,
KOTOR, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it made Game of the Year for quite a while. I mean, it was, I think even now it's got several awards that are still standing. I mean, it's one of those top ones.
Yeah.
let's see your shirt, Mando. Is that a new one?
Yeah.
Where can you find
Ah,
that? Is that
over.
Membian?
My shop.
Membian Market?
I couldn't look. Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to have to check that out. I was like, hold on a second. I recognize that shirt.
Right. So
Yeah.
I am lacking in, I mean, I'm a normal dude, so like the shirts I have been in my closet for like years. And so I was like, I need to just full nerd it up and get like Star Wars stuff. So like, yeah, half of our business stuff that we run, like I've told my wife, like it's literally like me fan servicing myself, being like, I want
Right.
that. So like, let's just make it until I can get
But-
it myself, and it will be good.
That's what's good, though, is that if you love it, then other people are going to love it.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
the right people will follow with it. I'm here for it. I'm going to have to check that out
Right.
now.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So, not to go off topic too much, but yeah, so Revan, obviously, I mean, for all the reasons you guys said. And then I would like to see, I mean, it would never happen now, but like maybe like a side story or something that it would never be canon, but bringing the story of like Mara Jade like to a movie or something.
Right.
That would
Yeah.
be
Redhead.
Yeah.
all the redheads.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, she's just a badass, and then she goes on to, I mean, everybody mostly knows the story of her marrying Luke and all that, and I mean,
Mhm.
that'd be just a cool, like, what if type deal almost, if they do, like, some series of that. As far as other canon, I mean, I know some, but I'm just not going to go into it because I'm not going to try to educate anybody on any kind of legend characters that I don't know. But
Yeah, favorite.
now, oh, I mean, of course, like Star Killer. I mean,
Right.
another one, but he's
A little overpowered, but still
he
cool.
would be way
Right.
overpowered to be canon, obviously. But
But
that'd
those
be
are some
cool.
fun games.
I mean, it wouldn't be
That
hard to
lightning
cast him,
power,
right?
Right, well, that lightning power where he like turns into this like electric.
Oh, my
bolt
God.
is just like so badass in the games. Even
Those-
if it's like toned down to where it's not just chopping AT-ATs in half. I mean,
Yes.
even so, like I feel like just that power maybe reduced would just be so cool to see on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then where he's grabbing the TIE fighters as they're flying by.
Right.
I mean, you don't see that in any movie until, I mean, obviously Rise of Skywalker, where Rey grabs one, right? Am I
Right.
thinking that right? Nobody else has like, grabbed like a,
Destroyer down.
what is it?
Yeah, he brought the Star Destroyer down.
Yeah, he brought a
Yeah,
whole
he brought a Star
Oh,
Destroyer.
yeah. Yep. So, yeah, man, that'd be a cool one, but it would never happen. It's so overpowered, but It is what it
Which I think Luke did it first in Dark Empire, right?
Yeah.
well, I
Didn't
was
he
meaning
bring
like in
down,
movies, though. Not in
Yeah,
not in books and comics.
not in comics. Yeah,
But like live action, I think we've only seen the two, right?
the
I
visuals.
think
Yeah,
so, yeah.
The visuals, yeah. So that'd be cool. I mean, obviously, if I don't know, maybe one day. So
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
yeah,
Give me Force Unleashed 3, man.
Right.
That's all
such
you got.
good games.
be.
Even when
Yeah,
I'm bored,
those are-
I run through it again. Like it's such a good game
Yeah.
all the way around. But even when you got to beat it and then get the different endings and all that fun stuff. But
Right.
That's what I liked about that game. It was that replayable to get the different endings and everything. Just go back and collect everything.
yeah, you go the first one where you're like,
No.
oh, I'm not gonna kill Vader. and then you see that, and you're
Right.
like, all right, I'm actually gonna kill him, and then you destroy it anyway. It's like, all right, well, that didn't do anything.
It was
So-
just fun tossing stormtroopers all over the place, and
Right.
you know,
Well, that was when they came out with that. What was the engine they used? Where like they could grab onto stuff and like keep talking. I mean, it was just fun to mess with them, like slam them
Yeah.
and stuff. It was a blast.
You're just throwing them around and stuff, and
Right.
they all had the chatter and stuff.
Right.
That's
My
pretty
favorite
good.
was lightning hitting the jet troopers because they would just like spiral and
just roll around there.
right. That was great.
So, if you were to make a fan film to bring back a legend character that could possibly be canon, who would you pick? Whoever comes up first with their answer, I'll let you ponder on it for a minute. Take a sip of water.
I have an off-topic one for it.
Okay, go for it.
Would bring back,
Okay.
but it's a canon book. I would love to absolutely see in live action. It's Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
That's just such an awesome. One of the two of this stack I've actually totally read. Yeah, that's just a totally awesome. It's just like it's right after, like right when he gets out of the right when he gets into the suit, and it's just like him just getting used to the suit, all of his thoughts, like just like what the hell is wrong with this leg? Like this shit sucks. Like I don't know what's going on. Like it's just him, like all of his thoughts. It's like, oh, I'm trapped in this thing now. Like what am I gonna do? And then he just, like starts just going off and just going crazy on everything. Looks really good. Check that one out.
And what was the name of that one again?
The Rise of Darth Vader.
Okay. And then now that's not connected with like Vader Down or anything like that. Like I've heard great things about that comic series where he's just a straight up badass on that too.
I've read a few of those. I'd say like there's like
Look at Mando. He's looking for it. He's like, where's it at? Let me go through my thousands of books. I know I got it.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's this book right here.
and everything too. But there's of it because he has to like go and get his lightsaber and everything.
Yeah, it's a 3-part series, but it's the Dark Lord, the Rise of Darth Vader. I don't know if it's canon anymore though. So I mean, that would be great to see. 'Cause that was a fantastic one.
Yeah.
What year did it come out?
Ooh, that's a good question. 1 sec.
There's this one.
I've seen
I
that
remember.
cover before, yeah. See, that I tried because I can't stay down and watch a book. Like, I got to be out doing something or
2005.
whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'll start doing the audiobooks on my way to work, whatever. I got like a 30-minute drive. I'll do a chapter on the way, whatever. I uploaded like one of these books, and it was like 12 hours long. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
to work, forget everything that I just heard, and then I'm going to get back in. It's just like, I need to really just start reading more.
Right.
But so, who would you have, George?
I think if there's a possibility to make it canon, I mean there's still so much materials to pull from Legends that can still potentially find a place in canon. Like there was a period in Mara Jade's time and Luke post Jedi. There was what was it called? The Vuzan or Yuzan War,
Right.
Yuzan Vong War, right? With this alien species, and you get it. These are characters that you can bring in to give our current heroes a new nemesis, to go against, like in a post sequel trilogy, like that, which I hear they're considering, right? I think Disney is considering bringing back Rey in a post sequel set, trilogy.
I still feel
So
like they need
if she's
to.
bring it, so it's almost like the post Jedi book where Luke was creating his own Jedi temple, and you had these other species coming in to kind of try to lay claim on the galaxy. So I think those characters are good, are kind of right territory to kind of just
Right.
use in a future story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bree Bucket says that he wants to see more about Saw Gerrera and the crazy extremist that ran with,
I
and how he
hope
got
so.
paranoid. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
Rogue
all
One.
these bad. But that's the good thing about all these little shorts that they're doing, these little series, is they can just tie so much in. But it just, I don't know, like if they want
Well,
to.
it almost feels like we've seen Saw in every iteration, right?
Yeah, he's
Right.
been through. Yeah, the
Right? We've seen
animated.
him in
Rebels, he was in
Clone Wars, Rebels,
live
Bad Batch,
action.
Rogue One,
Right. He's
True.
the
been in
video
every.
games, Fallen Order, right? We've
Yeah.
seen him.
What's even crazier is he just got this last year. I think this year actually, he just got his first time figure. I mean,
What?
I feel like he's
Wow.
never had a figure up until this year. So to me, I don't understand why they haven't. I mean, he's such a strong character.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what kind of
Saw
figure are you
Gerrera,
talking about? Like just like the.
3.75 Black Series, nothing. He hasn't had a single figure as his own until recent.
Wow.
So what iteration are they using?
I think it's the Rogue One iteration. So I think they did it with the Rogue One Black Series line that they're doing.
Did
So
they
it
get
just
his
came out
eyes
with
right?
some more. I don't know, probably not. They have to.
I feel like all those characters have crazy eyes anyways. You got one over here, one over there. It's just like.
Well, then they tried that new photoreal face stuff, and like it just made him look like a glossy handbag. So it's like that's fantastic. So, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd love to see the Yuzong Vong. I think is one that I was hoping this movie, the sequel trilogy, was actually going to be about. Excuse me. That's one that I feel like everyone really kind of shitted on it because
Yeah.
it was so like it was like the anti-Jedi because the Force couldn't hurt him, none of that. But I love the implications of it because at one point they imply in that series that essentially they almost like heroify Palpatine in it because
Right.
Palpatine had known back when he was becoming like a senator and everything about this Yuzong Vong threat in the outer galaxy, and so he had essentially started this empire and the Death Star and all of that to counteract the Yuzong Vong when they did make landfall in the galaxy, and so like that put like a whole new spin on Palpatine as like this big bad
Right.
overlord, when in reality it's like, no, man, Danny Palps was just looking out for the galaxy, you know?
Right.
He was just trying to do good.
Yep.
It's kind of like the Thanos was right,
Right.
his sentiment,
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'd love to see the Yuzong Vong. They had so many awesome. It was so like the terraforming of planets into like biological weapons instead of like actual physical weapons. I mean, I thought it was a great series. It was so out of the norm for Star Wars that I thought it did amazing. I mean, I was literally at the bookstore waiting for those books to come out when they were coming out.
Yeah.
I was loving it. So yeah, I'd love to see the Yuzong Vong come. I mean, it could be any point. It doesn't have to be that storyline, but it could be literally any storyline. They were such gruesome and aggressive characters that like I think it would. I mean, they put the Jedi to essentially the Jedi couldn't do anything. So I mean, those would be great characters to bring into this.
So
and I think the time is right for it too. It's like
Right.
you don't want to get Skywalker fatigue. Everything doesn't always have to be Jedi versus Sith or your offspring turning evil. It's time to get away from that and introduce some new big bads. And I think that's ripe territory there. You have a good foundation in these in the Legends novels, and it really does translate well to the current sequel trilogy era, like with Palpatine now out of the picture and Rey taking the place of Luke, right? And forming her own school. So you're just changing the time and the characters a little bit, but the story still kind of remains the same.
Right. Yeah, that would be good. And it's a new era of Jedi. I mean, they don't have all the resources that Luke or even the Jedi Council before had. I mean, she was like the last Jedi. I mean, she's just who she is. So like, I feel like that would introduce all sorts of like learning as you go type deals. But they can heal themselves, so that's good.
Yeah, they get new powers every day.
So I remember we were chatting about this a while back. I don't think we ever brought it up, but I remember Jason Props, he shared that photo of the red helmets, and we were trying to figure out what it was, and we're thinking it's the Old Republic Rally Masters helmets.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they bring them in, where would that sit in? That would have to be around solo. Like, so if they do like a solo 2 or like a series or something, they'd be in that. Or when would that period be? That'd be old? Or when did they fall into place?
So it depends because they've kind of like butchered Mandalorian lore with. I mean, I can go on a whole tirade of all sorts of stuff, but I won't. They butchered Mandalorian lore as it was. I'll go on the tirade.
Do it.
Go for it.
Go for
Karen
it.
Travis's Mandalorian culture is by far my favorite. Dave Filoni, as much as I love him, destroyed the Star Wars Mandalorian culture as it was. The history, the build-up that Karen Travis did by introducing the Clone Wars series. As awesome as it was, and I love it, he like cut her out at the knees, and there was so much lore built up, and now everything's kind of jumbled. Anyway, rant out. So yeah, I don't know when it would be because they have that Solos Rally Master where the helmet's a modern styled helmet. Before with the comics, we had different styled helmets for different eras, but we haven't seen anything. Even the little shadow in Rebels where they were going over Tar Vizsla and his history, his helmet, I mean, it was more angular and sharp, but
Right.
I mean, it looked pretty modern looking. So they may not end up changing the styles of the Mandalorian helmets. But those, I mean, I would love to see some Rally Master stuff come into play,
Yeah.
especially if they're talking, season 3, the Mando. Maybe there's this ancient covert in the middle of nowhere where they're like legit stuff where it's like old school. They've got the Rally Masters. They've got like a whole, kind of like in KOTOR 2 where they had that Duxon village in the middle of that moon and Onderon. I mean, that was amazing to see. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get something like that with it. But yeah, I'm thinking it's probably modern era. I'm betting, post-imperial, whatever they want to classify it as now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think we'll see a modern version of the Rally Masters. I mean, we've been introduced to Din's clan, right? They're the kind of extremists, right? Mandalorians, and you have and they are bound to be at odds with Bo-Katan's beliefs. So like these guys, they just can't get along. I mean,
No.
before anybody ever got involved on Mandalore, they were warring with each other for millennia. So I can imagine we'll see them as just another sect within the Mandalorian religion, hiding out somewhere, and we'll probably get another Mandalorian civil war, right?
I would
To
love
some
to
degree.
see something where like they're just getting pounded and Mando's there and they're just getting beat to shit, and then like this elite guard just like comes out and like kicks ass and they're out of nowhere. Like that would be absolutely awesome because I mean they have that uniformity. It would be fantastic to see like that kind of like they during the behind the scenes footage with the Mando joining up with Bo's little group when they raided that trailer. Or not trailer, starship, whatever you want to call it. Anyway,
Right.
They wanted to show the difference of like how coordinated they were, and then Din just kind of coming in on the side and not really knowing where his place was, because those three just owned shit. Like they didn't have to talk; they knew what they were doing. Everyone had a purpose. It was go, go, go. So I mean, that would be great to see on a Mandalorian scale, where there's more than just one or two. Because right now, I mean, I think 4 at this point is canon-wise, other than the covert, but 4 in action is really all we've seen.
Right.
So it would be great to see, like, because there were rumors that there was like up to 50 Mandos that was supposed to air in season 3. So that'd be great.
Right.
Damn, what a rant. That was great.
I know. Just go for hours. Go for hours and hours.
Man, everybody's got their popcorn. 3 buckets got popcorn. Everybody's hanging out. Yeah, I mean, just how everybody has their own looks on the Mandalorian religion, like you were saying. I mean, everybody, it's just like real times, but yeah. So yeah,
Well, Solo did a good job of planting the seed in the background, right, for the rally.
Absolutely.
Back there.
Everyone
And-
hated
and-
that, but I loved it. I thought that was so cool to see like the samurai style chest
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I get it was essentially a reused prop from the Last Samurai. I loved it. It was
Doesn't
great.
matter,
I thought it
still.
was fantastic. Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Mando, I don't care. It's great.
Yeah,
You're in Star Wars now.
yeah.
Right.
Me and you.
I really hope that they do like a series or something on Solo. That definitely did not get the credit it deserves. I really enjoyed that movie.
I saw
And
Yeah.
popping up again lately about like the hashtag Solo 2 again.
to happen, yeah, make Solo 2 happen.
I don't know why it got shitted on so bad. It was I thought
Because it
I
came out
liked
right
it.
after, what was it? Was it Last Jedi it came out of?
Last Jedi.
So yeah,
It was it was released way too close to Last
Yeah.
Jedi.
I wasn't
right.
a fan either, but like I like it for it is what it is. It's a great like Western heist movie type thing. Like
Yeah, yeah,
With-
exactly.
young Lando, like hell yeah. Like
And there's so many people that don't even give it a chance too. Like I'm like, check it out, and they're like, oh, I haven't watched it. I'm like, why not? Like, nah, Last Jedi ruined me. I'm like, that's not it. Like, what? That
Terrible.
Not
excuse.
as
yeah,
man.
you have to still give it a shot.
from a couple days ago. It's like you said like someone you work with or whatever saw your tattoo.
Oh, yeah,
Like it was like, wait, you watched this? Like, yeah.
yeah. Did you get
Right.
what was it? Did you get those tattoos after the sequels? And I go, yep. And he goes, well, the sequels ruined it for me. That's not Star Wars. I'm like, oh well, I got Dark Side Ray on my arm. Like, what's up?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't like that too much, but it's just like I get people have different views on everything. Like, do you? But don't. I don't know. We're not going to get into that can of worms again. But no, make Solo 2 happen again because we
Right.
need
Yeah.
that. I mean, that there's so many characters in that could branch off into different sorts. Dryden Voss is such a badass. I mean, you got Enfys Nest. She can have her own series. Like she was.
I really I really liked Enfys Nest character. You know.
Well,
And
we're
then-
getting that Lando series, so I mean, hopefully we'll see some of these characters
Are
in
we?
that Lando series. Yeah, it was. At least I thought of it. Don't give me a shot.
It-
Well, I know they
I
can't.
could've
They
sworn.
talked about scrapping it, right, for a little bit.
Oh, that's the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, they had at that like at the what was it last year's shareholders
They
meeting?
like had
Yeah.
that huge shareholders where they listed like all
Let
of
me
them, and then Lando was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything since. Like
No.
Let me see. I'm
Right.
trying
Like I
to.
said, I remember seeing the icon for Lando, but that was it.
Because was it going to be a back and forth with
I think it
new
was
and old?
a series.
Yeah, it was a series.
Right.
Uh,
All right, Bosch Babe says she enjoyed Solo. They cast the wrong person for Han.
Yeah.
It's just hard to walk in Harrison Ford's shoes.
yeah.
I don't think he did too badly. You know, I mean,
A little too cheap.
Lando, this guy, man, what's his name?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Childish
Oh, no.
Gambino. He was perfect,
Yeah.
man. He was
He was
the
right.
perfect
that
Lando.
swagger. Everything was like
Yeah.
on point. There was that. I forget who the actor is. That I mean, I personally felt looked more like Han, but I thought he did good for what he had. And I mean, like I'm
I
a
think he did.
huge fan
I
of
think he did
Kira too. So I mean, give me more of her. Hopefully, we see more of her in the Mando series. But
Right.
yeah, for as far as the Lando series, they mentioned it in December 11, 2020 was the last time that there was like an update on anything on it.
Mm.
Hold on, Lando screen in. This says
But they passed an opportunity to cast the guy that actually already played Harrison Ford.
for which one?
Which guy was that?
The guy that I was talking about?
Who
Which one
who
was
was
it?
it?
Most they mentioned that they yeah.
Mr.
Right.
Opportunity
So they
casting
had
guy.
cast a guy that already played Harrison Ford.
Yeah, young Harrison
Is
Ford. That's got to be outside of Star Wars though.
I
I
forget
think so.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what she's talking about. I can't remember the actor, but he did do a good job. I mean, he looked just like.
Oh, that was that movie where they showed Harrison Ford old and they showed
Right.
like back and forth and it's
Right.
life. Yeah, right, right,
Yeah,
right,
because the
right,
girl
right.
doesn't age, and she fell in love with him, and she went away. Yeah, yeah, that was a good
Yes.
one. But I know that they
I
did
forget
get
what
really good with
character
the
that
young
was.
Harrison.
Adeline? Let's see.
All right.
Age of Adeline.
Bosch Babe has us researching.
Yeah,
Right.
we got to find it now.
He really did, like she said, he really did. I mean, he played a young Harrison really well. Remember that car scene when they're driving? I mean, he sounded just like him. I mean, it was, yeah, they should have done that. I didn't even think about
Huseman?
that. They really should have.
It's not Michael. It's Michelle or Huseman. I think that's his name.
Huisman?
Huisman? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Dutch.
McKeel or Michiel? I don't know.
Michiel. Yeah, he would have been.
McKeel.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him too, right?
Right.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Bosch Babe, you just ruined Solo. for
Yeah,
me.
thank you. Now we can't watch Solo.
Man, forget it.
I can sound
Don't
like
watch it.
Ford too. Like Harrison. I'm Harrison Ford.
There we go. Chris is
Chris,
casted.
you did a better job than
Perfect,
Aiden.
you're casted.
Oh man, we're gonna cast you in the Solo sequel.
Oh, it's not that guy. It's a different guy. Anthony Gruber.
In Gruber.
Whoever this guy is I'm looking at looks identical to him.
We got Oracle over here in the hot seat in the trenches.
Gruber.
All the accents.
Yeah, wow, I'm looking at the
Yeah, he
picture of
looks-
this Anthony and Gruber. Yeah, he kind of looks like him.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
All
crazy.
Well, shoot, they can just deep fake it nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired of the whole deep fake thing, you know?
I do too. It's cool. Like I said, I thought it was the end of the Mando was great seeing Luke, but I thought it was just off. And then seeing him in Book of Boba, I thought it was great, and I thought he did good, and it looked really real, but it was really kind of weird. I don't know. I thought it was great though. I love seeing Luke, but yeah, I think the deep fake stuff. Just like I said, move on. We don't need Luke to be in every single, or Han. Let's do new characters, new stories, new plots. Let's get there. I just want more. Let's just keep cramming it.
I feel like they're definitely holding on to Luke a lot.
Yeah.
It's made money so far. Why not keep pushing it?
Yeah. Very true. But yeah, so let's start the hashtag Make Solo 2 happen again. Let's get that trending.
Yeah.
Or just a series. But yeah, I mean,
I'll take a series. That would probably do real well as a series.
I remember we were
think so,
talking
too.
about I forget if it was in previous talks with other people, but if you'd prefer a series or a movie. I mean, now I don't remember if I said movie or not, but I feel like I would prefer series because I feel like they could tell so much more of a story through a series.
Right.
I mean, even if you get only 6 parts, I mean that's still so much.
Yeah, but I mean, you take Obi-Wan, for example, right? We're getting 6 episodes, which are tentatively slated at an hour each.
Mhm.
That's like getting a whole trilogy, right?
Right.
You're getting 6 hours of Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Come on, you'd have to wait like 8 years to get a trilogy completed, right? So, no, I think the series is the way to go.
I mean,
So
talking about Lando and everything, it's just like if that was supposed to be a series, and we're talking about Han Solo, it's going to be like the same thing. Give me a Lando episode, we get a Han episode. We get a Lando, we get a Han episode, and then we get 2 episodes where they're like, they finally know each other and everything. Like
Book of Boba Fett.
yeah.
Right, right, yeah.
Just don't call it Book of Boba Fett or don't call it Solo.
Han-
Or call it...
Han Solo would come in and hijack 3 episodes of this show.
Right.
Man. There was so back to the whole trilogy thing. When they were doing Rise of Skywalker, they wanted to make it into 2 parts, right? Originally,
Yeah.
but they couldn't because of the whole trilogy. So they couldn't do it, so they try to cram everything in more. If they would go back and touch up on a lot of their stuff in a series, I think it would answer a lot of questions too of what was going on. I mean,
Well, they had that Trevorrow, the leaked Trevorrow like plans for the series and how much. I mean, it was a lot.
mhm.
There was a lot that was going to happen. I mean, they like Siege of Corsican or Corsican, however you pronounce it. They had like the beheadings. I mean, there was so much in that script that they tossed that. Yeah, I think it would have been great to get that 2-part. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, they need to do something to tie in different things or something.
Yeah.
Like Darth
Nod.
Nugget, I'd love to see Dark Side characters.
Oh.
I think we've been hammered with all this good. I mean, even Bubba to an extent got that good treatment. I want to see something grimy. I want to see something underworld, something dark, Sith, whatever you want to throw at it. Throw us something just depressing.
Well, isn't the Acolyte show supposed to focus on the dark side user?
Yeah.
Maybe show his descent into the dark side or whatever.
Right.
That'll be a nice switch.
To see like a Rogue One type style, but like you were talking about, like the underground, like no lightsabers, nothing like that. Just like spice runners fighting each other, like territory control or something like that. Give me something like that.
The Andor series is going to probably deliver on that.
Yeah. I hope so. I have high hopes for that show too. Well, I don't want to say high hopes because I don't want to get my hopes up too high for things. I'm just going in with an open mind now, but.
They are like Andor's getting to season 2 already. Like
they've already, I think they've already signed it on for it.
That's great.
Wow. So that means they're happy with the end result if they're doing that.
Right.
There'll be something wrong with it though, but we gotta.
Well, the fans will find something wrong with it.
Yeah.
The Vespa gang's coming right on back.
Here we go.
But does anybody know like more on Cassian, like backstory or anything, or is this? It's just there's no books or comics really that go into his story. So
no, which is actually kind of cool. It's like, we don't know, so everything should come as a surprise, right?
We need the Vespas back. I miss the Vespas.
Yeah, they need to be buffed. So like I go for silver, shiny, just glowing. Maybe some neon lights,
like Acolyte, but you
stuff going.
Yeah.
Acolyte, you have like the big bad riding in on like a chrome something shiny.
Somehow get hydraulics going so they can bounce.
Rolls in on a low rider Vespa.
Whole realm.
With a horn, he needs the little squeaker horn.
Right.
What you got, Chris?
Star Wars Need for Speed Underground.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'd watch it actually.
Put Star Wars on it. I'll watch it. Even if
I'll watch it.
I watched all those. What was it? Star Wars Visions, and half those were dumb. Like to me, if you liked it, I'm sorry, but they weren't for me.
Right.
I'm not gonna shit on, but it's just like I'll watch anything with Star Wars on it. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Resistance.
Yeah, I did, and I know that's Golden's baby because it's got
got the gold stormtrooper, man. You gotta like it.
Yeah, I can't shit on that one, but
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, there's always gonna be hits or misses.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. So, well, you guys got anything else you want to chat about, or any other topics or news or anything that we?
As another thing I'd want to see, Dark Force Rising, or what's that other one that's kind of like the same thing? The Timothy Zahn one.
Oh.
Yeah, Dark Force Rising.
Died.
Oh shit.
No way.
No, you're still on here,
Put it on the
George.
laptop then.
His phone died.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh no! All right, Golden, see ya.
Give me,
those
like,
are
that,
good ones, Chris.
Give me that like stupid like goofy like okay like we got another clone of Palpatine and now we got a clone that's called Luke.
Right, the Luke clone was always my favorite.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I think they're gonna dive into that with Bad Batch. I'm preaching it from day one when they arrived at the mountain at the end of Bad Batch with the cloners. We're gonna get a Luke.
Yeah.
No, what what I see the other day that was hilarious. Remember the one Clone Wars episode, the Zepho Beast?
Yeah.
Where's our clone?
The one that's right?
That
'Cause Palpatine was all about trying to clone it.
that off, man. Like,
Right. Yeah, I'd
There's
love
no-
to see the Zillo Beast, Cepho Beast, whatever they were called.
Zillo Beast, yeah.
Zillow Beast.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Yeah, that thing was impervious to everything, lightsabers. I mean, that thing was indestructible. That was the whole King Kong.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love that
yeah.
the Clone Wars added like random like Gulliver's Travels and all of
Yeah.
that stuff to all of it. I mean, it was kind of funny to see, but yeah, no,
It's
I'd
like,
love to see the Zillo Beast.
What is that dragon from How to Train Your Dragon? Toothless. It's got like a toothless
Right.
face,
Yeah, exactly.
but just
I'd love to see
tape arms.
I'd love to see the Republic Commandos come. I mean, I know they were in it, but I'd love to see that series because I mean they've
That would-
introduced the characters to canon. I just would love to see that series continue on. Again, that's like part 2 of my rant with Karen Travis, but yeah, I would love to see more of the Republic Commandos because they were so great in the books and the game. I mean, it was I'd love to see more of that.
Put that as a VR game. Like
Oh.
that.
Right.
Like that as a VR game. That's
But
money.
put
they
you
were-
in the
They
helmet,
had another
like where you
company
can.
that was remastering it because they had 2 companies. There was one that was remastering the Republic Commandos game, and then they had another company that was remastering the KOTOR game. The KOTOR game got shut down, cease and desist type stuff, and then the Republic Commando one, they stayed quiet for a while, and then someone posted like some images and gameplay of like the commandos moving, and they got shut down instantly. But it looked good. Like the stuff they had from it, like it was new age. Like it looked slick. So I mean, I would love to see that become more because those again the grimy non-Jedi type stuff, more like soldiers down in the dirt type things. I loved it. I mean, it was a great series. I'd love to see that too.
I mean, there's always
Definitely.
ways you can like tweak certain things.
Right.
That you can get away with stuff because it was like a few weeks ago when this new like Pokemon game came out. Like way kind of off topic, but like I think it was like called like Arceus or something. You actually get to like run around now and like throw Pokeballs at stuff. Someone took that same engine, like with Pokemon and everything, and actually gave you a gun, and you could just run around and just like hunt Pokemon.
What?
Jeez.
They put it on Steam. They got shut down in like a week. But like, dude, if you the YouTube this,
Dude.
it's like Poke Hunt or something.
But a
God,
Commando
that's
series,
crazy.
like first person, like shooter on VR would be. So
Yeah, right.
again, off topic, like there was I forget it was a football game, but I forget what platform. I think it was like NFL 2K or whatever. But they had where you could play in the helmet. So like your vision was blocked and stuff by the sides and stuff. Like if you give me a VR where I'm inside the helmet
Right.
and running and gutting, like oh my god.
Right.
I just saw
Well, that helmet was so cool in the game because like you get like blood splatter and it would like wipe
Yeah.
off me. That would be amazing to have that.
Yeah.
I just saw an article about that today. They are still working on that. The NFL like officially like VR like e-game.
Ooh,
Like you have like everyone's their own
that'd be
player
awesome.
VR and whatnot. Like for
VR
new-
is so awesome. I mean, if nobody has an Oculus, I think these are like 200 and something bucks. This thing is amazing.
yeah, I
I'm
need-
still waiting for Bausch Babe to play Phasmophobia with me on that, where you ghost hunt, but we'll get to that one day.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I just downloaded another Star Wars game on there. It was the Galaxy's Edge one, where you get to like do different things through there. I had like a credit on there. I was like, oh, I'll try this out. But I mean, you got Vader Immortal on there, which is
That game's
insane,
awesome.
and the graphics on that are just out of
Right.
this world.
Dude, the first time Vader walked up, like
Oh my! And you're
holy
looking up.
shit. I know, like I had my brother-in-law come over and we were talking. He put on because he loves Vader. And he's like, holy shit, he's huge. It's like, yeah, like they got that sizing right to where like you do feel that intimidation. Like it's crazy.
So they had I don't know if we talked about this in the past, at Disney Springs, they had I think it may have been Vader Immortal or something,
Mhm.
but it was literally like almost, it was a walkthrough. So if you're going through, you would go in and you would suit up, and you would pick up a gun. And if you have to go open a door and pull a lever, the lever's there to pull. There's a
Right.
droid there. You touch the droid. Like, it was
That's
insane.
cool.
And you're getting shot from stormtroopers, and you're feeling the vibration on your chest from getting shot. And then, it was
awesome.
and then they shut down after COVID.
Right.
So, but it was literally, you would walk through rooms, and if you ran into a
That's
wall,
cool.
the wall was there on the screen. I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Right.
But now we have the Quest 2, which is cool. I'm fine with that. But
Right.
Vader Immortal, if you guys haven't played it, if you have a Oculus, you can play with other people on it. I mean, I don't know with
Right.
Vader Immortal, but that thing is so cool. Like, I was going through it the other day, and you can watch movies on there in a movie theater, and there's other people that are in, like, the community or whatever on there watching it next to you. I'm like, what?
Your
Yeah, you can throw
Technology is
popcorn at each
crazy.
other.
off, like,
Give me an open world Star Wars game on VR.
yo,
Game
Where-
over.
house.
I wouldn't leave.
Yeah, we'll have to go to the cantina to meet up to do the show or something. Like,
Oh. Yeah, right? In the game, we'd have a. That'd be amazing.
VR chat or whatever the hell that thing's.
Oh, that'd be so cool. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to go too much into depth without Golden here since his phone died, but we'll cut it out here, and then we'll join back again next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You got Dark Star. We got Amanda Who Reads. They're all on Instagram. You got Golden Trooper on Instagram. You got Dark Star Chris Forsyth on YouTube as well. Also, check out Amanda Who Reads shop, Mimbian Market, and get that badass shirt he's got on. And and look at that. He's got the Sabak with a Misfit shirt.
Dude, I need to get one of those.
I think there's plug 40% off right now on t-shirts on TeePublic. Get your Sabak with the Misfit gear, or
Like-
Misfit Trooper or Misfit Mando gear.
Right.
I think it's like $20 with shipping, but it is what it is, you know. All the proceeds go to St. Jude's, so we just had a nice little donation to them. But yeah, so we'll be back here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
If you
I
see me,
just got my stickers in. So,
see me at Celebrate, sure to get one of them.
yes. All right, guys, we'll see you back here next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everybody. See ya.
Appreciate it. Woo!